No Aaron Judge, no Petey Alonso, but it's the Yankees and the Mets, and it doesn't matter who's in the jersey, Evan. It's the Subway Series, my favorite games of the year, and I'm all pumped up to see them. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's right.
Let's go.
Yeah, meanwhile, last night I had a great event at Paramount with Pete Alonso, Jeff McNeil, Frank the Tank, Stewie, and all the guys that came by and raised a couple $100,000, I think, for the Alonso Foundation. So appreciate everybody that came out last night and supported the cause. We have another event on Saturday, of course, our big softball game, Staten Island University Hospital Stadium. Looking forward to that. But right now, as we crowned an NBA champion last night in the Denver Nuggets, which to me gives a lot of hope to the New York Knicks and for you, I guess, the Brooklyn Nets.
Does it?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Do you have Nikola Jokic?
I do not.
Do I have Nikola Jokic?
Let me double check for a second. No, you do not. No, you do not. That's right. Here's just real quick, because I want to do a lot of baseball with you today, and it's some football to do as well. Here's the beauty of Nikola Jokic being arguably, for some, not arguably for others, the best player in the NBA. He can't jump. Mm-hmm. He's not the most athletic guy in the world. And for a sport that has really taken off from an athletic standpoint and is played well above the rim, and we see the great athletes of today's NBA, there is something that maybe refreshing is not the word, but relatable. Yeah. When you see a flat-footed dude who doesn't come across, obviously he is a great athlete, as the most athletic guy in the world, I like it.
You know what's refreshing to me? It's different, but sort of similar. You're a Knicks fan, I'm a Net fan. So I watch the Denver Nuggets win a championship under the prism of I want to be that. I want to be the team that wins my first NBA title. I want that. I'm jealous. Yeah. And their franchise player, their multiple-time MVP, their hero, their legend, was a second-round pick. So for as much as we think we have it figured out and what the formula is to put together an NBA title contender, the Denver Nuggets did it with a second-round pick.
Fair point.
And that's the hope that I have and the hope that you should have, that in a week when the NBA draft occurs, that maybe without us even realizing it at the time, we're drafting our very own Nikola Jokic. But not you, because you don't have a pick this year. Sorry.
I got nothing to do with this year's draft. I'm just going to sit back and watch it like everybody else. And unless the Knicks somehow traded into the draft, which I guess is a possibility. But you're right. Yeah. Like for all the expertise out there, even the Denver Nuggets, nobody saw this coming.
Look, when he was drafted, a commercial was playing on TV. Right. Like, they didn't even air the draft pick of Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
So that's the part that gives me hope, because at the end of the day, when I was watching the celebration last night, I was jealous. I'll be the first to tell. I was jealous. Like, I got no bitterness towards the Denver Nuggets.
I wasn't jealous. To me, it gave me hope as a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
It showed me that next year, unlikely, but next year, could be my year.
No, I just want it.
And I'll do you one better. The Miami Heat getting to the NBA Finals and getting to at least a Game 5, obviously not good enough, gives me hope for next year. Because the notion of, well, if you don't have three superstars,
you're right,
you can't play.
That's dead.
Well, that is dead in the water.
That's dead. There was a long time in the NBA in which you knew kind of the 5 teams that had a chance, and you needed mega teams or super teams. Now, Nikola Jokic is a superstar, obviously, but it's not that era anymore. It's not 5 teams that have a shot. So that gives me hope, but I'm still bitter. I admit it. I was watching it last night bitter.
I mean, you're a bitter guy.
I'm a bitter guy.
That is your nature, to be a bitter guy.
Yeah.
That's who you are.
I'm bitter.
That's who you are. Oh, you also stole a shoe from me yesterday.
Excuse me?
Yes, you did.
I stole a shoe from you?
Yes, you did.
Please explain further.
Well, you didn't know that you stole a shoe, but you stole a shoe.
How'd I steal a shoe?
All right, so I'm getting dressed for the event last night because I wanted to be presentable.
I remember.
And I took a pair of shoes off, put a pair of shoes on.
Yeah.
Then I went into the room to get changed after the show, before you came up to get your stuff.
Yep.
And there were 2 brown leather bags there. Pete was nice enough to give us a thank you gift for hosting the event for him last night, right? Mm-hmm. And I took my work shoes off, and they both didn't fit in my bag. So I put one in my bag and then put one in the brown leather bag that Pete gifted us with. Well, apparently I put it in the wrong leather bag.
Is that true?
Yeah. So it wasn't until later that I realized I came back with one shoe.
So I have the other shoe?
And you have the other shoe.
Wow.
You're a shoe thief.
I'm a shoe thief.
That's right. Because even though I put the shoe in that bag, thinking it was my bag,
I still took it.
You walked out with it.
Now, what size shoe is it? Was it a little tiny itsy bitsy 7?
No. I'm all bad at 12.
He's so big.
I'm all bad at 12. What happened to Big Mac? Big Mac ain't working today? What's that?
He's having some work done.
Wait, nose job?
No,
Yeah.
on his house, I think. On his house.
Oh.
He's not getting any kind of lift or anything. He's getting like his roof done. I'm told he's having some work done on his house.
But it's the Subway Series. It's Mets Yankees. He's supposed to unveil his Mount Rushmore of non-World Series Subway Series moments.
He was supposed to do that today.
What happened?
He probably forgot it was a Subway Series.
Now, let me ask you a question. Did he know yesterday that he was taking today off? Is this a planned day off? Or is it one of these deals like he woke up and goes, oh, I'm going to have work done on my house today. Can't come into work.
I was told he put in the day about a month ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you just put it in and didn't let us know about it.
Correct. And forgot, because when I saw him on Friday, he says, I'll see you Tuesday. And then I'm like, well, you're off on Tuesday. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Boy, did not say a word to us
Yeah, me
either.
either, man.
Well, I'll tell you this. Even without Big Mac, and I don't care who Zoo roots for, it's irrelevant to me and what I'm about to say. No disrespect. Maybe you're a Cubs fan. Don't matter to me. Because tonight happens to be, he's wearing a Mets shirt. Tonight happens to be the Subway Series. And yes, it is not what it could be without, of course, Pete Alonso.
You're wrong about that,
without
by the
Aaron
way.
Judge.
You're wrong about
but
that.
But I love it.
So I've heard this a lot. You're just repeating what everyone else is repeating. Not that your idea isn't original,
No, I'm
but
saying it's good.
No,
I don't care that those guys aren't playing.
It's actually better.
No, it's not.
I'll tell you why.
It's not
last
better.
year,
Yeah.
when the New York Mets played the New York Yankees, there was all sorts of hype, as you recall. Oh, my God.
Yes.
The Mets are in first place. The Yankees are in first place. This is amazing. Those games, let's face it, they were glorified exhibitions. That's all they were.
You hate this so much.
No,
series.
hold on. I'm about to put this one over, though.
Yeah.
Glorified exhibitions. We knew the Mets were going to the playoffs. We knew the Yankees were going to the playoffs. Everybody was dreaming of a World Series, and most people forgot what even happened last year. The New York Mets specifically, and to a lesser degree, the New York Yankees. But the New York Mets are desperate. They're like an animal that hasn't eaten in months. They need victories. This game tonight matters a hell of a lot more than the 4 Subway Series games from last year.
Yeah, but I'm not comparing it to last year. I love it no matter what's going on. First place, last place, New York versus New York does something for me in baseball. I love the Subway Series, and that's my point. Yeah, it's even better if Alonso and Judge are playing because of the star power they have, the home run capabilities, but I don't give a rat's ass. I am locked in. I can't wait for it tonight. I am pumped up for it. Subway Series baseball is the best baseball of the regular season every single year for me.
I just need wins, man. And the Yankees happen to be in the way. And if you're a Yankee fan, after losing 2 out of 3 to the Red Sox and 2 out of 3 to the White Sox, you just need wins too. Because both teams are 9 games out of first place. And if you want to make the playoffs and you want to win the division, these games matter a hell of a lot more than more times than not.
I have to say this, Evan. I respect what you're saying. I can't even argue because I get that you're accurate with it.
Yeah.
But you missed the total point. And you do this every year with me.
What?
And every year I feel like I've got the responsibility. That's why I'm a Pulse to the People nominee yet again. Because there are 4 games this year where it ain't about the record. It ain't about where you are in your division. It ain't about the playoffs. It's about we own New York for these 2 days. We have bragging rights for a few days out of the summer. It's Mets, Yankees, Yankees, Mets. And I am pumped.
Bragging rights?
That's right.
Bragging rights?
Because if the Yankees win tonight, I come in tomorrow with my chest pumped out a little bit.
If you win tonight, the Mets have lost 9 out of 10.
Oh.
That would be
you
the
going to
issue.
come in upset tomorrow?
Yes, I'll say more things that'll offend people,
now,
apparently.
We'll get to that in a second. Now, if the Mets win tonight, I know it doesn't right all the wrongs of the last couple of weeks for you guys, but you get to flex a little bit.
When you get to start to be worried. Because you
exactly
get to start
right.
to say, wait a second. 1-2 against the White Sox, 1-2 against the Red Sox, and now a loss to the lousy Mets? Like all of a sudden, all the angst that the Met fans have would slowly start to shift towards you.
And listen, if you're a New York Met fan, what better way to get out of a slump than to beat the Yankees?
Hey, listen, it's happened before. It's happened before. That win against the Yankees on Sunday Night Baseball in 1999 turned the whole damn season around.
So I think there's a lot at risk tonight, a lot at stake, and it's Subway Series, and ain't nobody talking me off this wall. I can't get enough of it. Now, if you're a curmudgeon, if you're one of these guys, I don't like the Subway Series. It doesn't mean anything for me. I just want my team, whatever team you root for, to win games or make the playoffs. Then you have no soul. You have no pulse. You have no joy in life.
Craig, can it be both?
No,
like,
it cannot be both.
Can I be a curmudgeon who doesn't like the Subway Series, but also be a guy who goes to every Subway Series game, has his stomach churn a little bit more during those games, and really want to win? Like, can I be that walking hypocrite?
No, you cannot.
Why not?
Because I won't tolerate it.
Well, that's who I am.
Well, you're not going to be a walking hypocrite.
I don't like the Subway Series, yet I'm really, really into it and go to every one of them.
See, you're right. You're a walking taco.
I admit it.
It makes no sense.
I admit it.
You're even wearing a Flushing Queen shirt today.
You're damn right.
You're going to the game today. Imagine you're probably going with your pops, which I totally respect, right?
He comes to every Subway Series game. My dad's the same way. Ask him, do you like interleague play? Do you like the Subway Series?
I hate it.
No. Are you coming in for the Subway Series? Well, of course.
Right. So then just listen, I'm a firm believer in life now that actions far outweigh words.
Right.
Words are cheap and meaningless if your actions don't back them up. And I live that by. That's my code now that I live by. All right? Which is a good way to live. You say you're going to do something, do it. You say you believe something, believe it, et cetera, right? You can't be you. You can't tell me that you don't give a rat's ass about the Subway Series and then make a point of not missing a single Subway Series game in person. You're a walking taco, and it's unacceptable.
I admit it.
Yes.
I mean, I'm owning who I am. I'm a walking contradiction when it comes to this.
877-337-6666. We got lots of Subway Series for you. By the way, I do want to point out last night, in what appeared to be an amazing celebration in Denver as the Nuggets win their first ever NBA championship, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 people wounded in shootings that took place in downtown Denver during the quote-unquote celebration of the Denver Nuggets winning a title. So that's what they do in Denver, a town that knows nothing at all about basketball. Couldn't spot Fat Lever in the lineup. Have no idea who Dan Issel is, right? And Alex English to them is a Boston Celtic in the movie The Amazing Grace and Chuck, right? And they go out to celebrate, and their way of celebrating is shooting each other.
Well, that's terrible.
Morons.
That is terrible.
Yeah, it is terrible. Right.
I did see Aaron Gordon come out shirtless and go clubbing right after winning a title. I thought that was badass.
And how about the video of the best player, arguably on the planet, in Nikola Jokic, when he found out that he could not go back to Serbia today because the parade is on Thursday, putting his head in his hands going, ugh. I just want to go home.
3 more days in Denver.
I don't want to be here till Tuesday or Friday.
He thought the best part about winning Game 5 is he'd get the hell out of here.
No joke. I was like, boy, this guy's not enjoying this at all. I just want to go home. I don't want to say, no, this is no good. Thursday, Friday, I want to go home.
I also saw a clip of him checking his text messages to see if he got a text from, who was the famous tennis player he wanted a text from? Djokovic.
Yeah.
And then he opens up his phone and sees he has 5,000 new text messages and goes, all these messages.
The guy's miserable. It's great. And there's something about that I like, because he's not a look at me guy. He's not hanging out with his favorite musician or Instagram model. He's like, I play basketball and then I go home. I wrestle bear. I like to walk around naked in the woods, and I want to be left alone. And I go with my brothers, and they kill you if you come near me.
Which they would, right? Which is true.